Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First off, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHM, Rachak Wadash. Yahawah is the Heavenly Father's true name in ancient Hebrew, who the world ignorantly calls God. And YAHAWASHI is the name of his only begotten Son, Savior of the nation of Israel. Starting with the elect, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, Yahawah is the proper name of God, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And YAHAWASHI is the proper name of the Lord and Savior of Israel. All right, starting with the elect. Double honors of the apostles of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from. And peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the hopeful elect. All right, the Bayath Dawadah, the house of David, men, women, and children that are predestined to receive salvation and to be the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven, which is the kingdom of Israel. So now I just wanted to get into prophecy. All right, couple local things that's happening over here in the tri-state area that I'm going to get into, and then I might get into a little bit something else. But before that, I just seen the brother just posted this video, and I was watching a little bit of this live from Andrew Cuomo, which is the governor of New York. But I stopped watching it. But he just posted this video entitled "New York Governor calls for martial law and FEMA camps." So we're just gonna listen to what he says, man, because they got these people out here that are like basically puppets or like mouthpieces to say things that they're going to do before it actually happens, and they speak in code. They don't come out and straight say martial law. They don't come out and straight say FEMA camps, but they speak in code. They speak in different. They speak not directly, but through the spirit. We're not ignorant of Satan devices, so we see it and we hear it and we catch it, man. We know exactly what they're trying to say. Okay, so I'm just gonna play this. Then I get into the articles.
You're going to need more hospital capacity. You're going to need more facilities. You're going to need ways to free up those 53,000 beds. You're going to need to construct or retrofit physical buildings.
All right, so right there, he says you're going to need to construct, which means to build or retrofit physical buildings. Okay, and that's something what is that right there, man? That's change. That's making detention camps, making FEMA camps. All right, changing buildings that are already constructed, such as warehouses. All right, such as Walmarts or Costco's, big super centers, and change them into places where they could store people at, basically throw people, quarantine people into, right? Because right now they're trying to say, self-quarantine and it's voluntary, but you see that it's not going to stop there, man. It's not going to stop with just people being restricted to go into their houses. All right. That's just the beginning. That's just the beginning of what they're going to try to do. Hold on. What do you want? I told you, go into your room. What you need? No, go in your room. That's just the beginning of what they need, man. All right, that's just the beginning of what they're going to do. All right, you seeing of the voluntary self quarantines. Soon it's not going to be voluntary, man. All right, but I just wanted to. That's a buzzword right there, to where it says retrofit or construct physical buildings.
Acquire thousands of pieces of equipment like this. The state can't do that.
So you see that? Now we know brothers that and a few sisters that's been watching, that's been paying attention, that's been in the truth for a while. We've seen countless videos of military equipment being moved across different states. All right, being moved to certain hotspots. You would see tanks, being moved on railroad tracks. You see like a whole bunch of Humvees, different just equipment being moved. All right, and people will record it. Regular everyday civilians would see it and they will record it, and they would basically say, "Oh, why is all these equipments? Why is all this military equipment being moved?" Well, right here, he just came out and said it, right? Because they already had it.
Force. I don't have the resources, but even if I had the resources,
they already had it in place.
I don't have the physical capacity.
Fuck it. You run it back.
Physical capacity, resources, but even acquire thousands of pieces of equipment like this. The state can't do that. I don't have that workforce. I don't have the resources, but even if I had the resources, I don't have the physical capacity to turn SUNY dorms into hospitals in 3 weeks. I can't. There's only one workforce that can do that. It's the Army Corps of Engineers and the military assets.
You see that? It's the Army Corps Engineers and the military assets. All right? They want to bring in the military to be in charge of constructing buildings, or basically just be in charge. They're going to bring in the military to be in charge of how these events, in the upcoming weeks are going to go down, man. All right? The Army, the military, the FEMA, okay, they're going to be the ones that's in charge of the steps that are going to be taken on the citizens of America, man. All right, and this is something that we have been speaking about through the spirit and power of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, that this was going to happen, man. All right, this devil, he's using this coronavirus, he's using this plague, all right, whether it was him that put it out or whether he's trying to capitalize off of it, but ultimately he's using this plague to push forth his agenda, man. Okay. And his agenda is to do what? These elites, the rulers of the darkness of this world, they didn't forget. All right. Actually, let me get something real quick. They didn't forget about the end of their age, man. They didn't forget about their new world order. All right. Revelation 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. Woe means distress, destruction. That's what's about to come to this place, man. Destruction, distress, all right, of the earth and of the sea. And it's not just here in Babylon, even though Babylon is going to get the worst, but you have over there in Italy, you have over there in Spain. I just seen an article that said that all of Europe might have to quarantine, man. Norway is shutting down, Poland is shutting down, Germany, okay? You have different parts of the earth that is shutting down. I have a friend in the world. Okay, he just took a flight to Colombia, and the Colombian government just said that as of starting tomorrow, they're shutting down all their airports, man. So no flights going in and out of Colombia. So it's not just here in America; it's South America, Europe, Asia, Middle East, North America, everywhere, man. So it says, why? For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So this devil knows he has but a short time. He's fully aware, and I'm not talking about Andrew Cuomo. I'm not talking about Phil Murphy. Okay, I'm talking about these higher elites, man. The central bankers, if you will. Okay, the Illuminati, if you want to call them, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers. All right, the rulers of the darkness of this world. They know the prophecies, man. They know that they're Esau, Edom. All right, they know they're not Jacob, even though they try to take the name of Jacob. Even though they try to call themselves Israelis or Jewish, they know that they're not the true chosen people of the Most High. They know they're the synagogue of Satan. They know that they have a bound that they can't cross, man. Okay. However, yet they want to do what? They want to their pride of their heart. And you get that the pride of their heart have deceived them. So they know they're going down. All right. They know that they're not the true chosen ones of the Most High, the children of Israel. Okay, that's why they know they have but a short time. All right, the devil, the deceiver, knows he have but a short time. However, yet, pursuant to Obadiah 1 verse 3, it says, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee. So even the devil, all right, himself is deceived by his own self. Okay, and who's doing it? The Most High, man. Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI has the deceiver deceived, man. That's why when you go to, let me pull that up too. When you go to the book of Job, the 12th chapter, I believe, it tells you what? That the deceive, where is it at? Yep, Job chapter 12, verse 16, it says, with him, speaking about Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, with him is strength and wisdom. the deceived and the deceiver are his. All right. So if the Most High is strength and wisdom, the deceived, the ones who are being deceived by the devil, and the deceiver himself, the devil himself, are the most highs. All right. He's controlling the deceiver. He's deceiving the deceiver. That's how bad the Almighty Creator Yahweh, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is, man. All right. So even the devil himself is deceived by his own mind, as it says in Obadiah. The pride of thine heart has deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, which saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Okay. Because ultimately, this devil, he wants to be like the Most High. All right. He wants to be all powerful. He wants to be omnipresent. Okay. He wants to have control over basically everybody's way of living, man. He wants to be able to control to the T how everybody's living. And this is a part of his plan. Okay. What you're seeing happening, Salaki, what you're seeing happening right now is a part of this devil's plan. But once again, we are not ignorant of Satan devices. This right here, this coronavirus, even if it's not a plague of Esau bringing it out, okay, even if it's a plague by the Most High, Esau is trying to use this to push forth his agenda because he knows the prophecies. So let's say Esau had nothing to do with this plague, right? Let's say he had nothing to do with this, and he's seeing this plague happen. Well, he knows that the scriptures talks about that in the last days, all right, in the last days of this world, this age, that there's going to be plagues sent on the earth. So he's seeing this, and that's why he knows he has a short time, because he knows that this is a time of the end of this age, man. So now he's going to do what? He's pushing forth his agenda, all right, to try to bring forth a new world order, man, so that he could try to be the, as I told you in the book of Job, the 18th chapter, when he's going to try to fulfill his belly, will ultimately bring forth his mark, all right, which is the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. But let me let me finish this up.
That's what they do. They build bridges. They build camps.
Mm-hmm.
They have tens of thousands of personnel. What they do.
That's what they do.
They build bridges. They build camps.
They build camps. Okay. What type of camps, man? FEMA camps, detention camps, concentration camps. All right. And it showed you that in that movie. Oh, well, that movie that never came out, where it was just a trailer, The Great State. It showed you that what they're going to do to people in these camps, man. Okay. They're going to do what? They're going to try to re-educate you, so to speak. All right. And if you are deemed an enemy of the state, all right, and the way they're going to re-educate you, the way they're going to make it that you are with the government, or you're with the beast system, you worship the beast system, is you're going to have to take his mark. All right. And that's what they're going to be doing in these camps. They're going to say, hey, look, if you want to continue in a society, if you want to continue, being a patriot, being an American citizen, all right, if you want to get back into society and live your normal life that you have been accustomed, that you have been, granted, the liberty that you have been granted to be an American citizen, you gotta take this chip. All right. You got to take this chip. And people in those camps, they're either going to be with it or they're not. And if you're not going to be with it, then they're not going to let you out of those camps. They're not going to just say, okay, well, you don't want to take the chip, then fine, just go about your day. No. All right. A lot of people, they're going to go into those camps. They're going to go down to Egypt for help. They're going to turn these stadiums. Why you think they shutting down, suspending NBA, suspending MLB? They're going to, if this thing keeps going on as it is, NFL's going to be suspended. Why are you thinking they're doing all that? Because they're going to turn all these arenas into what? FEMA camps, concentration camps. Okay. And they going to, and once you in those camps, there ain't no news media in those camps, man. All right. There ain't no recording, ain't no live streaming in those camps. You see?
They have tens of thousands of personnel, trucks, equipment, excavators, logistical managers, purchasing power. Use them to come in right now. Identify existing facilities that can be retrofitted and use them to do it. China.
Yep. And I didn't see what he said, but I'm pretty sure he was about to say China did the same thing, which this video of the Chinese government having people in concentration camps or detention camps, and they're having them walk in in a circle, basically re-educating them, telling them basically to be for the government, man. Then this just happened a couple months ago. All right, they had them walking in outside, in like in a square circle, whatever, in a square, telling them, having them chant something. I forgot exactly what they were saying, but having them chant something, basically re-educating them to be pro the government. So here it is that this guy is telling the New York citizens that we need the military to come in and set up camps. Set up retrofit buildings or construct new buildings to have camps, man, to build bridges, different bridges. All right. So just want to bring that out real quick. So this is out of the book of Jeremiah 28:8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. All right. So this is what we're going to be speaking, man. All right. This is the times that we're living in, So why would we not be speaking about this? All right. And any man that's in this truth that is not speaking about what's going on right now, you gotta examine yourself, man, because the scriptures tells you that the spirit of YAHAWASHI is the spirit of prophecy. We're living in prophecy, man. We're living in end time prophecy. This is the greatest time to be in this truth, man. All right. This is the greatest time to be able to speak this word of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. All right. And the only words that we're speaking is what? War, evil, and pestilence. All right. And that's for this world. But for the world to come, for us, to come, and that comforts us really to know that this world is growing in evils, is growing in pestilence, because that lets us know that we're at the time of our salvation. All right. We're at the time of our redemption. We're at the time of our Lord YAHAWASHI returning and setting up this kingdom. All right. Destroying, completely taking out Esau, Edom, taking out his power structure and setting up the house of David, man, which is going to be an everlasting dominion. All right. So it's another article right here. This is from the New York Post, and this is Teaneck, New Jersey. All right. Teaneck is a northern city. All right. A northern northern town in Jersey, which actually is spiritual because Teaneck, New Jersey, I believe it has the least amount of so-called blacks or Latinos living in that town, man. It's a predominantly white, so-called white town. All right, so-called not so-called white. It's a predominantly Edomite township. All right, and it's one of the most has one of the most highest median incomes too. So this is a pretty rich town, just like how over there in Rochelle, New York, that's predominantly Edomite town as well, made up of Amalek, okay, so-called Jewish people. So the Lord is attacking. The Lord is the Lord is doing His work, man, on these heathens. But don't forget, man, the Lord still got 2/3 numbers as well. So it says Teaneck, New Jersey, ordered to self-quarantine after coronavirus outbreak. So this is the first town in New Jersey that the whole town is basically on a lockdown, man. And it's not going to just stop, here. This is, like I said, as the title reads, the beginning of evils. All right. This is only the tip of the iceberg, man. This whole thing is only in its infancy stage. It's only going to increase. It's only going to get worse. So it says the mayor of Teaneck, New Jersey, asked all residents to self-quarantine on Saturday after 18 residents tested positive for coronavirus. Residents in the township of 41,000 are being asked to remain at home and only leave to get food and medicine, NewJersey.com, NorthJersey.com reported. So right now, they are asking people to quarantine, right? Self-quarantine, which means to stay in your houses, okay? They're saying that you only can leave to get food or medicine. Now, understanding how this thing is going down, man, all right? They're presenting it as if, they want to work with the residents, okay? They're presenting it as if they're giving the residents an option still. Because, of course, the devil is the devil. He's the deceiver. So he's not going to just come out and just say, you know what, nobody can leave. We're shutting this down. Life as you know it is over, okay? If we see you out in the streets, we're going to round you up and haul you off into concentration camps, and you ain't going to see your family again. They're not going to come out and say that. He's the devil, man, and he's a good devil. All right, he's a good deceiver. Esau is the greatest deceiver that that ever walked the earth, man. So he's going to present his agenda in a way that is going to seem to be quote unquote beneficial for the masses of the people. Okay, people are not going to worship the beast because you know people are going to worship the beast voluntarily. All right, people are going to take the mark of the beast voluntarily, man. You know, and that's going to be why, because this devil is going to deceive them. Now we know that this devil is going to do what? Pressure from above, pressure from below. He's going to squeeze the people into making it seem like the only option they have is to take the mark of the beast, but yet it's still going to be voluntarily. People are still going to take that voluntarily, whether it be presented with life and death, where you still voluntarily took it because you chose to take Esau's chip instead of taking death. When the Lord told his elect, he told us, what? Be faithful unto death, and I shall give you a crown of life. He that seeks to save his life shall lose it, but he that loses his life for my sake shall find it. So right now they're urging people to self-quarantine, meaning voluntarily keep yourself indoors, right? But soon enough, as this thing gets crazier and more out of control, and this devil continues to push his agenda, all right, it's not going to be no voluntarily self-quarantine. It's going to be mandated. All right, it says there are people that are under, so like it says Teaneck in Bergen County. Teaneck is Bergen County's ground zero for the virus. Mayor Mohammed Hamiduddin, whatever, said in urging the self-quarantine. There are people that don't understand that this is something we haven't seen since World War II. See? So this is where we're at right now, man. All right. We're living in times that are equivalent to the time of World War II, man, which is what? That second woe. And the scripture tells you what? The second woe has passed, and the third woe cometh quickly, which is what? That World War III. So we're living in times that resemble World War II. Why? Because we are approaching the end of this age. And we know that at the end of this age, there's going to be a great war. All right. As the scriptures calls it, the Armageddon. All right. War of Armageddon. So it says we don't have enough test kits. Every day, more and more people will be getting sick. And we'll need everyone to understand that they can infect someone, or someone can infect you, he added. Yeah, and I was just watching that movie Contagion. You know, I've seen it before, but last night I was watching it again because and really what's happening is that movie is being played out right before our eyes, man. Because in that movie, the virus was a novel. It was called a novel virus, which they called the coronavirus, a novel coronavirus. It came from started over there in Asia. Okay. What else? The CDC and the WHO, they were involved. They were trying to tell people not to panic, but behind closed doors, they were saying that this shit is about to, you know, in the movie, they're saying that this shit is about to hit the fan. Okay, but you know, as they come out and now, you know, and still try to ease the public, but they're not really telling the people exactly what's going on, man. And like I said, this is only just one virus. The Lord said there's going to be multiple plagues. There's going to be multiple pestilences, man. All right. It says when I say stay home, that does not mean go out to lunch with your friends across the street. That means no play dates. That means your nuclear family stays with your nuclear family. Okay, so you know right now you got people that are living in different townships across America that can't go out to bars. They can't go out to restaurants. Here in Teaneck, New Jersey, they can't go out and eat. You know, and it's not really affecting people. Still are not seeing it. They might be reading it, but the thing is, with the Babylonians, they got to see it to believe it. They got to be in it to understand the gravity of it. Okay. And that's what the Lord's going to bring, man. Okay. Because people don't want to listen to the words. They don't want to adhere to the warning. So they're going to have to be in the shits, man, so to speak. They're going to have to experience it for themselves. And then that's when they're going to wake up. That's when they're going to be like, oh shit. Okay. When they hauled off into a concentration camp, that's when they're going to realize that this government ain't playing around, man. That these people, all right, that the so-called powers to be, okay, are evil, all right, that this age is evil, that the rulers of this world are wicked, okay, when they're getting hauled off, when they're getting shot, when they're thrown into a concentration camp and not being looked after, okay, Hey, when the guillotine start coming out. All right. I mentioned it yesterday, man. We talked about, we brung it out years ago, on the streets, how you had the Department of Agriculture. You can Google it. It's probably still on Google right now. All right. It's going to probably be like a 7 or 6 year old article, but you had a Department of Agriculture. You had the US Postal Department. They were buying bullets, hollow tip bullets in bulk, man. Okay. Why would the Department of Agriculture buy hollow tip bullets? Why would the US Postal Service need hollow tip bullets, man? The shit that's about to hit this place, man, is going to be like none other. All right. And I've been saying it for weeks now. Everybody's using the word unprecedented. Okay. Unprecedented is the new buzzword for shit hitting the fan. Okay. That's the new buzzword. When somebody says unprecedented, that means shit is hitting the fan. Right. So it says, meanwhile, nearby Hoboken, New Jersey. All right. So you had Teaneck and then now in Hoboken. Now Hoboken and Jersey City are the two main hotspots in northern New Jersey to go to have a quote unquote good time. All right. If you want to go out and party, you want to go out and drink, you want to go out and meet women, you want to go out and dance, you want to go out and just be, filled with the folliness of this world. All right. You go to Jersey City, you go to Hoboken in New Jersey. But this is what's happening to those quote unquote hotspots. It says, meanwhile, in nearby Hoboken, New Jersey, the mayor announced in a tweet that all bars and restaurants establishments with and without a liquor license are no longer permitted to serve food, though delivery and takeout service will be allowed. Alcohol will be banned from being served at bars and restaurants beginning March 15th, the edict added. What is that? Is March 15th today? I believe it is. So beginning today, March 15th, you will be alcohol will be banned from being served at bars and restaurants. Hoboken will begin a strict curfew from 10 p.m. through 5 a.m. beginning Monday. Now, 10 p.m. People don't even leave the house before 10 p.m. to go when they want to go out on Friday nights and Saturday nights. They don't leave the house before 10 p.m. They pregame and then they go take an Uber to, Hoboken, New Jersey. But now they're saying that you can't. Now they're saying that the curfew is 10 p.m., meaning everything is shut down at 10 p.m. So ain't no more partying, man. Ain't no more having a good time. Ain't no, and that's what people, especially here, in the tri-state, where actually all of America, man, because people work Monday through Friday. They spend hours on end just working, so they look forward to the weekend. They look forward to having a good time on Friday nights, getting drunk, meeting up with their friends, all right, on Saturday. But guess what? That shit is shutting down, man. That's over. That's over with. Ain't nowhere else. There's another town actually over here in Jersey. It's called Morristown, all right? They also have like a little downside area, but there's an article. Actually, I seen it on the news on the news yesterday. I was watching the news on TV. Morristown is also had a curfew of 10 p.m. And the businesses, they're the ones, you see, people are looking at it from an individual point of view of saying, man, I can't go out and have a good time. I can't do this, and that, but not really realizing the economic effect that this is having on the economy, man, because businesses now, they make their most money between these times, between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. All right. Well, 10 p.m. and 2 and 3, because, bars close down in Jersey around 2 and 3 a.m., but they make the most money around this time. Okay. They said about 70 to 80% of their income comes in after 10 p.m. But now they're saying that, wait, well, you got to shut down by 10 p.m. Ain't nobody coming to no bar at no 6 o'clock, 7, 8 p.m. At night, man. Okay. That's not happening. So this is going to have an economic effect, man. Now, come tomorrow, now that you're having all these restrictions, you're having all these curfews, come tomorrow, let's see what happens to the stock. Because Friday, you had the stock go up. But now you're having all these restrictions. You had Spain now call for a complete quarantine. Like I said, Norway, let me get that. You had Norway, they're doing a complete quarantine. This is coming from endtimeheadlines.org. And I'm going to get to the comment board, see what brothers saying on there, the body, which y'all putting out, because I'm pretty sure y'all putting out some good scriptures. So it says the entire country of Norway is shutting down for coronavirus. Countries are shutting down, man. This is not something that you can just say, oh, well, this happens. This doesn't just happen. This is letting you know that the Lord is visiting the earth in which he made, man. Okay. So this came out 3 days ago, March 12th. It says, if you think things have gotten bad in the United States where St. Patrick Day parades have been canceled, yeah. You know, St. Patrick Day, I believe that was supposed to be today. People were supposed to go out and drink and do what they call bar crawls. That shit shut down, man. And once again, that's having a negative effect on the economy too. All right, because mirth, all right, bread and circus in America is the way of consumerism. Okay, but if they're shutting that down, if they're telling people that we're canceling these parades, we're quarantining, cities, towns, we're closing bars and restaurants. That's people's livelihoods are being affected. People are not making money. The bartenders, the restaurant owners, the servers, all right, they're not making no money. The bouncers, okay, so people are having direct effects on the pockets of people are having direct effects. And what is that going to lead to if this thing continues on? Which you had you had the guy, I forgot what he is, somebody in the Congress or somebody in the government. He basically came out and said that this thing could last for at least 2 months, man. So let's say for 2 months you're going to have bars shut down. For 2 months you're going to have restaurants shut down. That's people not getting paid, not having an income for 2 months to pay their bills, to provide for their families. What's going to happen? People are going to start becoming irate. People are going to start becoming desperate, man. And that desperate, what the saying in the world goes, desperate times calls for desperate measures. You're going to start seeing purge-like events happening. People ransacking people's houses, man, which the scriptures talks about, which I'm going to get that as well, Lord willing. It says, where St. Patrick Day parades have been canceled and the NBA is suspended for the rest of the season. Let's see what they're going to turn those arenas into, man. It says, just wait until you hear about Norway. Starting Thursday, the small Nordic country announced measures that will be the most extensive Norway's population has experienced in peacetime. Because we're not living in peacetime, man. All right. It's Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. There's a time of war and there's a time of peace. Well, clearly we're not living in a time of peace because they're taking actions that are not unprecedented in time of peace. But they're normal in a time of war. They're normal in a time of chaos because that's the times that we're living in. It says, in which involved practically shutting down the entire country in order to slow the spread of the new coronavirus. Norwegian Minister of Health and Care Services Bent Oye told the national broadcaster. It says, in addition to kindergartens, child care facilities, schools, and universities closing nationwide, a ban on both professional and amateur sports measures have been taken only regionally so far in the United States. Yeah, see, these things are only been taken regionally, in America. Certain places there, certain places there, here. But soon enough, just like in China, just like in Italy, just like in Spain, just like in Poland, just like in Norway, it's going to be taken nationally, okay? It says the entire country of Norway is also requiring all hairdressers, massage clinics, gyms, tattoo parlors to close. So what does that mean? All right. Hairdressers, man, barbershops, right? Women not being able to go to the hair salon to get all dolled up. And we talked about this, man. Yo, this is the Lord, man. The Lord is so bad. We said that in these times of women, because they pride themselves on looking good, right? They pride themselves on having makeup, having their hair done, getting their weave done. But all these things getting shut down, you're not gonna be able to do that, man. You're gonna be out, women are gonna be out here looking raggedy. Okay? They're gonna be out here looking hurt. All right, you're not gonna be able to go to the gym. Okay, you're not gonna be able to, get physically fit. So all this, life as people have known it. All right, the living in liberty. Actually, let me get that. Living in liberty, that's out the window, man. That is done. And there's no saying, Lord willing, and no saying if it's ever going to get back to that. Well, actually, it's not going to get back to that, man. Because me and the brothers was talking. These devils, this is the plan of these devils, man, to shut shit down and to create a new way of living. So if they're able to do this right now, if they're able to use this coronavirus as a way to alter people's lives and to change it to the point where now they can have complete control, why would they bring it? Why would they even let up? You know, why would they even say, okay, curfews are being done away with? Why would they even say, travel restrictions are done? You know, everybody can travel as they please. This is their plan. Their plan is to have it like this. Their plan is to cause a chaos and then to bring forth a solution that is beneficial to their so-called new world order. So why would they even let up, man? All right, you still got people's mind. People think, okay, well, this is just something that's going to pass. You know, it might be, a couple weeks that we're going to be in this. No, these elites, they want it to be like this because ultimately, once again, they have an agenda. They have a device, all right, or a mindset that they want to present, all right, which is what? Complete control over the world through their chip, through the mark of the beast, okay? So this is 2nd Ezra 9, verse, where is it at? 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 9, it says, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. Yeah, and that torments that you're going to be dwelling in is the famine, all right, that's going to hit. Okay, it's the concentration camps, all right, it's the lack of bread. Okay, you got the lack of being able to be social, man. People not being able to communicate with one another, because you got some people that live by themselves. You got elderly people that live by themselves. You got college students that live by themselves. Now, if you are told that you can't leave your house, eventually what's going to happen is you're going to start, their minds are going to start bugging out, man. Especially if they shut down the internet. You let them shut down the internet, and on top of that, they quarantine people, telling them that you can't leave their house. People are going to lose their minds, man. You see what happens when Instagram goes down, an outage, or Twitter or Facebook. You see what happens when there's a outage of an app, how people go crazy. Imagine if the whole internet gets shut down, man. All right. You got certain phone companies, right? Because in order to use your phone, you got to have a service. Now, if people are quarantined and saying that they can't leave their houses, well, these phone services, in order for them to operate, you got to have people there to operate them, right? But if these phone services don't have the people there, or if these phone services are not getting paid, if people are not paying their bill because they don't have the money to pay their bills, then phone services are going to be shut down. So your phone, your internet is going to be shut down, man. So that right there is a famine. That's twofold. That's a famine of the word right there. Okay, being shut down, not being able to go out there on the highways and byways, because we got to stay indoors. Well, that's a famine of the word right there too. So the Lord can have a conglomerate of things happen all in a short span. The scripture says that he's going to shorten the days for the elect's sake. So he's going to have just a bombardment of all these prophecies coming to pass one after the other, man. All right. And that's why the scriptures tells you that it's going to be when your desolation shall come like a whirlwind. All right. Everything's going to come in simultaneously, man. Right. So it says, verse 10, it says, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law, speaking specifically of you Israelites, man. Because even though this thing's coming upon the world, understand that Jacob's trouble is still you Israelites in these inner cities. You still are going to receive a wrath, man. You still going to receive a judgment because you have loathed the law of the Most High while they had yet liberty. Yeah, you wanted to party, BS, commit adultery, commit idolatry, fornication. All right, you wanted to do all these things because Esau gave you liberty to do so. Do as thou wilt. So you followed after the ways of Satan, man. All right, you put on the mind of the devil. So now you're going to have to reap what you have sowed, man. So it says, and while they had yet liberty, and your liberties are now being stripped from you. All right, your liberty to go out and be wicked, go out to these bars and just do a whole bunch of wickedness. Now, of course, nothing wrong with going out to a bar because I've gone out to bars, but you got people that go out to bars, whether they be men or women, they go out to bars and commit wickedness, man. All right, there's nothing wrong with going out to the bar and get a drink, but they go out to these bars and try to commit adultery. Or they actually go out and women go out committing adultery, men go out and committing adultery. All right. It says, and when are stealing. People go out to these bars and to try to hit a lick, so to speak. So they doing all these things while they had liberty. I'm speaking right now to Israel, because to hell with these heathens. Yeah, they're just going to get caught up in this in the wrath, all right, that the Lord has for Babylon, which we have a lot of heathens that are trying to leave to go back to their own homeland, man. Right? So it says, while they had yet liberty, when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. Yeah, so they didn't understand it, man. But in not only did they not understand it, but they despised it. They talked down about the laws of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. They misused the prophets. They said that we were crazy. They said that, well, I ain't trying to hear that, man. They spoke ill of the Most High. They said that the Heavenly Father don't exist. They spoke ill about his son. So you think the Most High was just going to let that slide? The scriptures tell you that that he will not at all acquit the wicked. He is slow to anger. But what? Just because he's slow to anger don't mean that he's not going to be angry. Okay? Just because the Lord is long suffering don't mean that he's not going to exact revenge. Actually, let me get that, because he is long suffering, but he tells us, where is that at? Yep. Second Ezra 15. I start at verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And all these are plagues, man. The sword is going to be a plague. The famine is going to be a plague. It's going to be a plague of death, and it's going to be a plague of destruction. Okay? It says, for wickedness has greatly polluted the earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they have profanely commit, neither will I suffer them anymore in those things. So the Lord just said he's not going to suffer them anymore in those things. Even though he's long suffering, he says he's not going to suffer people to continue to be wicked. He's not going to suffer them to continue to what? It says, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. So he's not going to let them just continue to wickedly exercise themselves in their iniquity. No, he's going to start judging them for it. And that's the times that we're living in. That's the beginning of evils. All right. That's what we're living in right now, man. And it's only going to get worse. The Lord is only going to have even more indignation upon his earth, man. All right. It says, behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me. The souls of the just complain continually. So that's what's happening, man. That's what we're coming into. So all these bars closing, all this mirth. Actually, let me get that. Isaiah 24, verse 11. It says, actually, let me start at 8. It says, the mirth of tabrets ceaseth. The noise of them that rejoice endeth. The joy of the harp ceaseth. Yeah, because, as time, as the night grows, it gets 10 o'clock, 10 p.m., 11, 12, more and more people start going to bars. More and more people start going to clubs. So what? That noise of them rejoicing gets louder and louder. The clubs get packed, more packed, and more packed. But the Lord said, what's going to happen? The mirth, the tabrets ceaseth. The noise of them that rejoiceth endeth. The joy of the harp ceaseth. So you ain't going to hear no music around 10 or 11. All right? You ain't going to hear no partying at 12. Ain't going to be no, hey, let's go to the club. Let's hit up the 40-40 club. Ain't none of that going to be happening. All right? All that is ceased. It's done. Shut down. All right? These rooftop clubs over there in New York, shut down. All right? These clubs, these bars over here in Jersey, shut down. It's over. And that's just here. You're going to have it happen in Vegas. You're going to have it happen in Miami, Chicago, all right, Atlanta, all the hot spots, man. Detroit, Los Angeles, Dallas, Houston. Ain't going to be no more partying, man. The party is over. The party is over. Last call for alcohol has ended. All right. It says they shall not drink wine with a song. So like they shall not drink wine with a song. Yeah, because that's what I got my drink and my two-step. Pour it up. You over here getting your shots while you singing and drinking. That's over. You shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. Yeah. the quote unquote, what these wicked people call the house of God, these churches, they're getting shut down, man. You can't even go into these churches anymore. You know, they're closing down. They're making church of. They're making church viral. You know, you got to have church virally now, virtually, I should say. It says not virtually, virally on the internet. Verse 11, it says, "There shall be cry. There should be a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone." Right. So right there, man, is the mirth of the whole land is done with, man. Mirth meaning the happiness, you know, and that's what America is. That's why people want to come to America. That's why tourism. That's why tourists, you know, flock to America because they see it on TV as being some party. They see, you know, Jersey Shore. They see, you know, just the nightlife, and that's what America is known for, man. No, America is known for the nightlife, for the having a good time, for the partying. Well, that's gone. All right. People, you're not going to be able to come to America and have a good time at night because everything is shut down by 10 p.m. over here in the tri-state area. All right. And that's just, once again, that's just the beginning of it. It's going to get to the point where it should not going to be open, period. You know? So, yeah, so that was I think those are three articles I had. What I got here. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, verse 4. So, like, let me, all right, so this is the book of let me hit the comment board real quick. And shalom to everybody on the comment board. YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, Barakatah. Khan, the tribe of Judah. So second Ezra chapter 15, verse 14 and 15 says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." Yeah, so and we're seeing this thing is happening in the whole world, man. All right. The whole world. It's like they said in next Friday, not just the city, but the world, Craig, you know, and that's what the Lord is doing, not just America, but the world. The Lord is the scripture says that the Lord is the creator, all right, is the king over the whole earth, man. The whole world is the Lord, man. And this whole world, as it tells us in First John, lieth in wickedness. So this whole world, why does it lie in wickedness? Because this whole world is under the vibration of the devil, of Esau, Edom. Esau is the end of this world. All right. Esau, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So the whole world has to feel the wrath of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, man. Okay. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up and fight against another with and swords in their hands." Yeah. And that's what you're about to see, man. When shit hit the fan, when people's backs are against the wall, you're about to see how crazy people could get, man. The love of many waxing cold. You know, people are psychotic and neurotic, especially here in Babylon, man. There's no camaraderie. All right, there's no love for your neighbor here in America, man. This is a fucking dog eat dog world, you know. So when people need something that you got, all right, when they need something that you have, they're going to show you that they're going to do whatever it takes to get it. And actually, let me pull that up real quick. That's in second Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. Yep. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power." Yeah, they're going to take it in their power to do whatever they want to do, man. They're not going to care what the policemen say. All right. They're not going to care what your governor say. They're not going to care what your senator say, what your councilmen say. The course of their action stands in their power. What are you doing? Didn't I tell you to go back? All right. I'm going to order pizza. Go in the room. Go in the room. It says, verse 17, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." That's the quarantines, man. That's the restrictions. You know, you got the international restrictions. You about to start having domestic restrictions. All right. You're not gonna be able to go from one city to the next. Don't let your family members be in a, you know, your grandma need you to come in and help her. You ain't gonna be able to get to your grandma. Okay. You ain't gonna be able to get to your parents. You might not, you know, you're not gonna be able to get to your child that's in school, that's in college, that might need your help, you know? So it says, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And that's why the Lord's bringing this upon his world. Because what? It tells you that in 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter, because of their pride, many great miseries shall come upon this earth, man. All right? Because they walk in pride. And that's what Esau is all about, man. And that vibration Esau has put upon his whole world, prideful, being prideful. And the Lord said that he hates pride, man. That's one of the things that the Lord hates. All right. The scripture says that pride is hateful among the Most High and man. But here it is in this world, pride is exalted. Pride is something that you should have. You know, have the American pride, gay pride, all this. People have pride in being a sodomite, man. Pride in being, something that the Lord says an abomination. What do you think the Most High, the Creator, the righteous power is going to do to this place, man? You see, he set this thing up so that he can show his power and destroy it, man. Okay, and put his name upon this earth. Esau did everything that the Lord said that he does not want to be done. Esau exalted it and made it something that you should do. So it's no coincidence. It's no marvel. You shouldn't be surprised that the Lord is bringing such hell upon this place, man. Okay. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. And that's something that's about to happen too, because like I said, that dude, I forgot what his name was. Let me see if I can find it. No, it was on here. He said what? That this crisis could last 2 months, right? Now, if the crisis lasts 2 months, there you go. His name is White House coronavirus expert Dr. Anthony Fauci said on Friday morning that the current state of this crisis in the U.S. would last for 2 months. Okay. So if this lasts for 2 months, people just over the past weekend was going crazy trying to buy, stuff, trying to stock up on stuff. I went to the store. There was no water, no bread, no milk, no orange juice. I just wanted to get some. I just needed to get some orange juice and some milk because I ran out. But that was just only over the course of a couple of days. Now, if this thing happens for 2 months, there ain't gonna be shit in the stores for 2 months, man. You're gonna have a time of rationing. Right? And you even got some stores doing that already. They're rationing, only limiting people to 2 cases of water per person. So people are now, they don't have stuff, man. People are lacking, necessities in order to survive for the next 2 months being quarantined. Now, what are people going to do? They're going to resort to having to do what? Where is it at? It's Slovakia, just less. They're going to resort to having to do this. Have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread, water, whatever you need, and for great tribulation. So people are going to start ransacking their neighbors' houses. You live in an apartment building, they're going to start going from door to door. You live on in a regular house, they're going to start going from house to house, man. All right, with bats, machetes, guns, knives, whatever. Because when they're looking at their family and they're seeing their wife and their children, lacking water, lacking food, okay, and you got people, simple as people, on social media posting up videos of their stock. Yeah, I got this. I'm ready. I got cases of water. I got cases of beans. I got mad bread. I got mad milk. They posted it on social media. Guess what? All those people that you quote unquote friends, that you got likes, they gonna see that, man. All right, and they gonna come and find you, and they gonna come and take what they need. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. No questions about it. You gonna be like, yo, I thought we was friends, man. We was friends on social media. I'm like, nah, look, man, my family's hungry. My family need food. I need to eat. You got what I need. What are you gonna say it in, man? They come in with machetes. They come in with guns. They come with bats. Purge style, man. The love of many waxing cold. No pity, man. Because look, man, when you're faced with life or death, you're going to choose life. All right? That's what people are going. That's why people are going to take the chip, because they're going to be faced with life and death. They have no faith in Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. They have no wisdom and knowledge and understanding. They don't fear the Lord. They fear death. So they're going to choose life. All right? And when it comes to famine, when it comes to starvation, people are going to do whatever it takes in order to feed themselves. Why do you think cannibalism is going to come back? because there's going to be a point in time where people are not going to have the opportunity to get food. So now they're going to start eating each other. Hey, man, this shit is going to go. We're, like I said, the beginning of evils, man. We're only in the beginning of what is about to hit this place, man. And if you don't see that, all right, if you don't have that eye, if you don't have that fear of the Lord to stand firm in faith in Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, you will be swept up and destroyed, man. Okay? The only way that we have out is coming to the Lord. The name of the Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and are safe. That's our safety. Okay? It tells you us in the book of Jeremiah that some trust. Actually, let me get that. Jeremiah 3, verse 23. It says, truly in vain is salvation hoped for in the hills. Yeah, run into your government. All right. Having the FEMA camps and the martial law, these camps and militarizing the police and all this, you thinking that that's the best way of your salvation, going down to Egypt for help? That's in vain, man. All right. Trusting in your government is in vain. That's what hills mean. Mountains mean. Truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills and from the multitude of mountains. Truly is Yahawah, our power, is the salvation of Israel. The only way you Israelites are going to be saved, are going to be delivered, are going to be in safety is if you come to Yahawah in the name of his son Yahawashi. Point blank, period, man. That's it. And that's why the Lord's bringing this, because he's showing you that the Lord is saying that he is the only way of salvation. Okay. So let me see what we got here. There you say I actually got a lot of students are kicked out of the streets right now. You got homeless college kids of the coronavirus. Yep. Yeah, all these college kids is thinking, oh man, partying up, the best time of my life. This is the best, the greatest time, the golden years. You got college kids they're on spring break. They was talking about, going down to Cancun to have a good time. Guess what? Had to cancel that. Can't do that now. All right. And you got the time of the weather is getting nicer, so people want to start going out more. That's shut down, man. All right. Let's see what we got. Second Esdras. Yeah, Second Esdras chapter 9 verse 5. For like all things that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Yeah, this is the end. Okay, this is it, man. All right, this is what we, through the spirit and power of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, have been saying is going to happen. Now it's happening. There's not nothing that you can say, oh, well, this isn't it. No, this is exactly what we've been saying is going to happen. All right. But yeah, so I'm gonna end it there, man. I gotta actually run out real quick. Lord willing, I come back, and see what else we got going. But Lord willing, is edifying unto the elect. Call Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Hey, stay strong, stay faithful, stay watching, man. Stay in the spirit. So with that, call Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI to the hopeful elect, the house of David, the Bayaf Dawadah.